How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. It's big match day and it's big vibes day, and it's City versus Chelsea at Chelsea's home. And it doesn't get bigger than this. You all are aware of that. Mind you, again and again, this is the time to stake a claim for both of these sides. And team selection, as you can see on the screen, has been phenomenal. Both the lineups are very much exciting, and let's see actually who comes out on the top. One surprising change I would like to point out is Thiago Silva is missing. They said that Thiago Silva right now cannot play, of course, for the following reasons. Notable slight discomfort during the training, but let's see what was the deal here. He said that it is a tactical change. He got injured, so I just brought in Kante. I didn't want to tinker around with all the team, but yeah, it is what it is. Surprisingly, Kai Havertz on the bench, guys. I think Thomas is really trusting that formation that we did against Spurs, right? Where he started Kovacic, Kante, and Jorginho all together. I think he's relying on them so much. So potent goal scorers have to be up front, right? It's a lot. It's a lot to ask from the goal scorers, but let's see what happens actually. What a power of a game, man. City, interestingly, opting to go for a proper striker this time. Gabriel Jesus, not Ferran Torres. Foden is back. So is De Bruyne after playing the League Cup game. And then again, one notable presence in City's lineup. That was not last time there, a CDM. A CDM is playing. Rodri is playing. I think N'Golo Kante will be the guy who will press like a lot. And guys, if you're new around here, please drop a like on the screen. Subscribe if you haven't already. I post quality videos almost every day. And we do live streams on the match days as well. We are just a minute away from kickoff, and it should be a belter, mind you. Romelu Lukaku, Werner partnership up top. Let's see what happens. I'm very excited for this one actually. It doesn't get bigger than this, and it's Chelsea versus Man City, live from Stamford Bridge, and just a few moments from kickoff. City away supporters also in full force, making themselves heard. But wherever you look in the stadium, it's blue. It's literally blue. It is a game of Martians, exactly. The commentator said, and I couldn't agree more. A game of Martians and the biggest of the biggest ones. Let's go. Kick off, guys. Let's see where Lukaku. I'm sorry. N'Golo Kante plays. Kante exactly looking like to be a part of that midfield only. He's not pressing up, but of course he'll be pressing the line, but he's not going alone forward on the right forward side. So yeah, that's a notable point here. Yeah, the City usual tactic, right? Gabriel Jesus maybe going left or right side, then De Bruyne as a false nine, or maybe Foden as a false nine. Early stages, Chelsea have to get out of the nerves and then again also get hold of the ball. Because if Chelsea is able to make De Bruyne and the likes of Foden defend, then it's a plus side for them, right? But right now, City has the ball. Jesus getting control of the ball, very easily getting the ball in the stride. Here's Grealish. Grealish gave, of course, Chelsea some trouble last time when they played in the Villa Park. But it's a new day. It's a new thing. So here we are. By the way, guys, if you have just joined, we are watching Man City versus Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and toe to toe, it will be a very nice fixture. Like there are a lot of duels to watch, like Kante versus De Bruyne, Lukaku versus Diaz, Grealish versus Azpilicueta. Wow, that was risky from Alonso. I wonder the lack of a guy up top, like a left forward or a right forward that we are used to playing with Lukaku, of course, in the line front. It might hinder, of course, that probability of holding up the ball, because like the way you just saw Alonso booting the ball up, it just went into City's hands. So then you have to be precise. Because City, they know how to thread a needle, right? The likes of De Bruyne, Foden, especially De Bruyne, he can launch it from far away as well. So we always have to be wary of the danger. Foden, of course, first Premier League star of the season for the Premier League, of course. Straight up, Gabriel Jesus, City on the back foot, City on the front foot. I'm sorry. Chelsea being pinged down into their own box, and wow, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting Chelsea to get hold of the ball, but it seems like in the early stages, Chelsea are allowing City possession. Let's see what happens. Wow, Foden with the corner, missed everyone almost. Cancelo, nice ball for Grealish. Christensen well marshalled him. Got hold of the ball first. And Lukaku has the ball. And it's Chelsea ball. Throw in. I think a lot of stuff that Lukaku and Werner will have to do on its own, because the likes of Kante, Kovacic, and Jorginho, they'll be sitting in the midfield. I'm sure the wingbacks will be there to push on, but not unless you're out of possession. So let's see what happens now. Again, Chelsea putting the ball up, and there is nothing in the middle to collect the ball because there are strikers that are up top. They'll have to get used to of playing like this, right? Werner, Lukaku, of course, starting their first game very much together, and also in the kind of a formation that we have picked here with Lukaku and then again Kante, Kovacic together. So, and I think the reason of playing Werner is very clear. The reason that Werner starts is because of the following thing. He usually opens up the play. He'll pull the players wide. I mean, while making the runs, and that will give Lukaku space to finish, like in that Champions League final. Basically, the through ball worked perfectly. Wow, Aspie almost knocked Reece James, thinking that is a City player. But fair play, man. Aspie stood his ground, thinking that he is Grealish. Oh, actually, Grealish pushed him. Wow. I thought that Aspie almost man checked or man marked Reece James, but actually Grealish pushed him. Yeah, might get used to of not seeing a lot of the ball if we are going to play like this. But let's see. It's something, but again, it's something that maybe you are trying in a big game. Usually some attacking threat comes from Alonso's side as well, but so far nothing. He hasn't has a lot of ball right now, Alonso, so just 6 minutes on the clock now. Here's Alonso. Now Jesus, like I mentioned, on the right side, clearly. Alonso partially blocked it. Just prevented enough to get the ball inside. Again, Jesus on the right side. Now Walker, I'm sorry. Tony Rudiger, what a block. Jesus is down bad. Rudiger made a proper solid, no nonsense block. Wow. What a block. Looked terrific, that block. Basically, Rudiger has already flattered someone in the game without a lot of thing happening. Here's Foden again with the corner. This time, safe hands Mendy, like always. Also, Mendy, guys, back in the Chelsea goal after an injury. And of course, the things you'll have to see, because he had some concerns around the ribs while playing against Zenit. He got a blow. And then again, after missing 2 games in the Premier League and 1, and then in the League Cup, he's back. Jorginho for Werner. An early ball, Werner's nice touch, perfect. Wow, Grealish defending. Or Cancelo, I beg your pardon, Cancelo defending. City for the first time being pressed back to pass the ball behind to the keeper. Here's Kovacic, Chelsea pressing. Wow, Chelsea now loses the ball and Chelsea now have to go back. Let's see if they can pressurize City in their own half and get the ball back. City seem comfortable though so far. Another wasted ball by City now this time. Now Chelsea now looks like they have the room to pass the ball around the park. But Phil Foden is continuing to press hard. And City have the ball back. The pressing worked. Timo Werner. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I just saw your message. Mean already. Yeah, you're playing today. The quote-unquote fake Timo Werner. Good luck to the real one as well, though. Or you as well. Chelsea trying to play from the back. City pressing again so hard. And a foul on Werner. Werner with a nice flick, trying to get away from Diaz. Diaz just bodies him to the ground. Come on, Timo Werner. Come on. Do something that will make wonders. See, Foden, Jesus pressing relentlessly. Almost Chelsea had the ball there in a meaningful position, but again, didn't work in their favor. I wonder what was that free kick for Michael Oliver. Didn't seem like a push, didn't seem like a very hard foul. City are led off for Chelsea, to be honest. City have the ball again. Nicely done by Christensen. Marshall well by James again. I wonder why is that not a foul, Michael Oliver? It's a very, very, very tough foul on Grealish. By Grealish on James. I think, yeah. Grealish was on the ground. He just poked his foot outside. Or maybe unintentional, but it looked like a trailing leg. Of course, he was on the ground already. Of course, Grealish not shying of letting his feeling known. Whether you are his England teammate or whatever, he'll get on your face easily every time. James getting some treatment. Hopefully he's fine. Because as mentioned, Thiago Silva, they said that he was injured and he wasn't able to start. So we couldn't risk losing James and bringing on Silva, who is not properly fit, and moving Aspi towards the right side. It's always a risk, right? By the way, guys, if you have just joined in, we are watching Chelsea versus Man City. It's goalless so far and 12 minutes on the clock. And It's pretty even. None of the side has had a, of course, proper look at a goal right now. But see what happens. Here's Bernardo Silva running. Here's Kovacic with a brilliant tackle, but the ball goes back to City. It's very unusual 4-3-3. It's not actually a 4-3-3 as well by City. Bernardo Silva is kind of a deep with Rodri, and then again De Bruyne is almost playing like a second striker with Foden with Jesus on the right side. So yeah, he's properly on the right side, like Ferran Torres' position or Riyad Mahrez's position. Gabriel Jesus properly sitting on the right side. Let's go. Of course, one of the major missings for Chelsea today, Mason Mount. Thomas Tuchel, of course, in his pre-match conference last night said that he was playing with a knock or an injury against Aston Villa, but nevertheless he played. And then again, he played and stayed on the pitch for 90 minutes as well. City's fullbacks not pushing up. I saw just Bernardo Silva taking a throw in and passing it to Jesus. Walker stood behind. Just because Cancelo is way forward. Cancelo, if you take a look closely, he sometimes plays in as a midfielder, man. Tucked in. Werner trying to nick the ball of Diaz. Diaz too strong for that. And not having any of that nonsense. Hmm. Kovacic now firmly stuck to the left side because there are three men in the midfield. Not seeing a lot of Kante because he's not having to do a lot of that job of intercepting it. Kovacic has the ball again. Chelsea, but nowhere to pass. That's the problem here. I picked it out straight up in the first minute. With Spurs, they chose to sit back, but with City, they won't sit back. It's Werner, Lukaku, just on the halfway line. Chelsea midfield, and of course, defensive hierarchy at the back. So there is some gap actually. I think it hasn't worked, so Thomas Tuchel might actually make a change. Maybe force Kovacic or maybe Jorginho out, one of them, after the half time, but 14 minutes only. What a ball for De Bruyne by Cancelo. Wow, brilliantly marshaled by Christensen. Aspilicueta just put Jorginho in danger. That was a very risky place. Come on, Aspi, what are you doing actually, man? That looked very bad. And Werner has the ball. Oh my god, Werner, what a ball for Lukaku. Almost a chance for Chelsea. A first look at the goal for Chelsea. And what a ball. Actually, Chelsea maybe looking to try to do more of this often. Heavily threaded through balls for Werner and trying to outrun Man City's defense. But what a ball. Werner forced himself wide. What a chance though. More of this please, Chelsea. The perfect weight on the pass actually. We have played like this against Man City before. You remember FA Cup semi-final, guys? FA Cup semi-final where, of course, Ziyech played that pass for... Mount played that pass for Werner. Werner, of course, run on the left side. Then again, cross inside. First time Ziyech finish. We have seen this before City. With City, I mean. He's on. He's properly on. Cancelo is raising his arm. Cancelo is caught off guard. And it wasn't a bad ball either, man. Wasn't a bad ball either for Lukaku. Just couldn't get a contact. Given away by Mendy. That's a cheap ball. Kante recovers it. That was a very flat clearance by Mendy. See, here's Bernardo Silva again. Recycling the ball again back in the deeper role. Foden's offside. City loses the ball anyway. But a lot to be checked here tactically. A lot actually. By the way, guys, if you have just joined in, we are watching Chelsea versus Man City at Stamford Bridge. It's goalless so far. Both of the sides. Chelsea, more of a bit, had a open side of the goal. Lukaku couldn't convert the chance. A proper cross from Werner on a counter attack. City yet to, of course, have a proper side of a goal, but they eventually had a lot of chances. Rudiger again, an awesome ball for Timo Werner. Timo Werner alongside Alonso trying to break the lines. Oh my god, Werner's shot and deflected by Ruben Diaz. Brilliant piece of Werner play tomorrow. Sorry, wow. Brilliant piece of Werner's play. All together with Alonso, and this time 2 chances so far. Wow. Actually, could have been a penalty goal, but unintentional one. Walker hit the ball almost on his backside. He wasn't aware actually, so. Wow. Talking about the chances in the final third is making me nervous. Imagine calling out the actual goal. Alonso's corner, cleared out easily by Rudiger. Unfortunately by Rudiger. Would have wanted the ball to go other side as well. Oh, actually it was Rodri heading the ball. Rudiger was forcing himself to move from the ground while he was in mid-air. Here comes City nevertheless with Laporte. Chelsea, of course, will not be happy with the one thing always here. Build up from the backside. It is not looking very great. Mendy lost the ball. That wayward pass was very bad. And Aspi played almost a horrendous pass to Jorginho inside the own box. Because if you are able to play it from the back, it's usually a lot of pressure on the other team. Because you will slide the ball easily, knock it around the park, and then again, slide 1 or 2 around Lukaku and Werner. Here's De Bruyne's corner. What a peach of delivery, but straight into the hands of Edu Mendy. Here's Alonso. Wow, Alonso. Handball. Bro, come on, that's handball. He's referring it as it came off his shin or a knee. But that's handball. If you miscontrol the ball, it hits your hand, it's still handball. Wow. If it's inside the box, you are done. This kind of a foul. I'm sorry, you are done then. Well defended by Chelsea this time. Timo Werner has the ball again. Yeah, it's a lot of physical battle that Werner has to tackle today. Straight up hands up by City defenders and he goes down. Nothing impressive for Michael Oliver to give a foul that. Back and forth so far in the last 5 or 7 minutes. This game coming alive. City has space. Cancelo has a lot of space. Now covered up by Kante. Here's De Bruyne. Please don't give De Bruyne a look outside the goal. He'll just stretch and knock it on the top bins. And that would hurt. Here's Kyle Walker. Here's Jesus as a proper right wing. It's Guardiola, man. Proper Guardiola. Jesus out wide, Foden inside. It's like Jesus almost wants that Foden, please come on, let me go inside. But it's Guardiola playing almost De Bruyne and him as a striker and forcing Jesus wide. Let's see what Michael Oliver is talking. It's something with Bernardo Silva and Rodrigo. City players are already agitated with, of course, Rodrigo, his physicality. He's knocking the ball. He's knocking them. He's basically, he flattered almost Jesus in the last few minutes only. Wow. I wonder if that was even a push. Come on, man. Bernardo Silva. Wow. If you guys are watching it live and if you see on the screen how much actually was the contact while Rudiger touched, of course, Bernardo Silva, you'll think it's laughable. Wow. Alonso loses the ball. Rodri has it. Nowhere to go. Crowded Chelsea box. Cancelo crossing inside the box. Jesus making a run. Rudiger getting inside the end of the ball and then again clearing it. Here's Jesus and Walker again. KDB, for the first time in this game, dropping a bit deep. And of course, sacrificing his number 10 position alongside Foden. Foden is alone by himself right now. Chelsea, of course, wary of City's threat, so they have to get behind the ball. Ooh, a mistimed, almost tackled by Jorginho, but nevertheless, he has the ball. Here's Kante. Oh, Kante's pass. The power went all off after, I think it was Cancelo's interception. Chelsea have to pass it back again to get the men behind the ball. Haven't seen Reece James go up for what do we say? A single digit time. I think he hasn't gone up for once. Nicely played by Kova. A risky, but a pass that he can will play through from the back. Alonso almost given away, recovered by Kante. Kante is the man. Chelsea having trouble to play out from the back. Lukaku offside. Diaz stepped up. Laporte and Diaz doing well. It doesn't seem at all City are being outnumbered because everyone inside's Chelsea half. 71 possession for Man City. Wow. By the way, this automatically changes if we have a number 10 in the place. Just managed to concede a corner, Aspi. Fuming with himself. By the way, guys, if you have just joined in, almost quarter of a game gone. We're watching City versus Chelsea. And it's, of course, goalless. Both of the sides have a look at the goal now. But City right now have 71% possession. They're looking to penetrate deep in Chelsea half. And they have so far managed to be successful. Chelsea are only playing on the counter-attack so far. Playing a different system. Three-man midfield from the start for the very first time. Werner Lukaku starting for the very first time as well. And if you're new around here, of course, please like the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. I post quality videos almost every day. And there is one more thing. If you want to guys join the FPL, the link is in the description below. Wow. De Bruyne's cross from the corner almost felt like it was going inside the goal. Many did well. He got a fair punch. Proper punch. Yeah, James seems like he won't be able to continue. Thiago Silva is coming on. It will be a change of system, and unfortunately, Aspi on the right wing back side. That's tough. That's tough for Chelsea. This is tough, man. Yeah, I don't think he'll be continuing. Just signal yeah, sub in. Unfortunately. Thiago Silva just put on his bib. I think James will get some treatment if he wants to continue. Shalaba is warming up. Silva is warming up. You know, this is a very crucial decision as well because there is one of the most important things. Midweek, we have Champions League against Juventus. So it doesn't end here. We need Thiago Silva against Juventus as well. And you know, man, Thiago Silva, 37 years young. We are all aware of the performance he can put on, but back to back important games. Come on. Tottenham, City, Juventus, it will be so much. Lukaku speaking up with Aspilicueta that we are not getting any service. What do we have to do actually to break it? That's a plenty of stoppage. Silva is actually coming on here, guys. Unfortunately, guys, so if you're watching just now, we are watching Chelsea versus City. It's goalless right now, 28 minutes on the clock, and Reece James unfortunately is down injured after a collision with Jack Grealish. It was unintentional. It hurts, but he's going off. And Thiago Silva, who was reportedly said that he's injured, took a knock in the training yesterday. He has to come on. And Aspilicueta will be, of course, now shifted. He'll be moving on to the right mid or a right wing back side. And Thiago Silva between Andres Christensen and Rudiger. So basically, we are back from the backside. We are back to the similar position that we were against Tottenham. Of course, barring Werner. He's starting this time. Also, guys, if you're new around here, consider dropping a like on the stream. It helps the channel to grow. And check out the videos. I post quality videos. And then again, if you want to join the FPL, the link is in the description. A bunch of quality and competitive lads, you'll love it. Reece James going straight back into the tunnel for the treatment. Here we go. The game resumed. Here comes Chelsea. Chelsea so far not the best of the games in terms of pressing as I was expecting because City have got hold of the ball very easily. Good passers of the ball. You expect them to, but Chelsea need to do more here. Or they just need to make a change at the halftime again. Unfortunately, they have been forced into wasting a change on the injury, but let's see. Cancelo playing his ball down the line. Cancelo is almost like a number 10. If you give him a lot of space, he can pass the ball very well. Haven't seen a lot of Kante because he hasn't been able to get involved. We are not seeing the ball. Usually we are not breaking it because City is passing it around very well. Very average half so far from Chelsea, so Kante now nicking the ball off Rodri. Ref saw it as a hindrance, then he blows for the advantage. City have the ball yet again. 30 minutes on the clock now. Wow, what a ball by Kyle Walker for De Bruyne. Blocked well. Wow, Rudiger, no nonsense, just booting the ball and the right thing to do. Rudiger with a smirk on his face. I don't know why, who it was for. But I don't know. They saw the ball. They saw the guy give him an eye to give the pass. Walker to De Bruyne, but I don't know why they did not block it. And man, if you give De Bruyne space from that side, he'll weak foot. Nevertheless, he'll knock it in. He's not stranger to scoring goals against Chelsea, so, and some beautiful goals as well. Oh, Grealish knocked off the ball by SP. SP got the ball, but I think he went through the legs of Grealish, of course, in order to get the ball. So far, a very average performance, and I'm not happy. Not happy at all. Because we are waiting to play on the break, and we are not having any of the ball. The interceptions are going straight back to Man City. They are just passing the ball around with ease. Nice break by Andres. Werner running the lines. Werner passing it to Werner. Sorry, Kante passing it to Werner. Oh, Ederson playing a proper sweeper keeper role, clearing the ball, getting off the line, easily giving the shout to his defenders. Ederson almost not being involved in the match so far, except that first, of course, that cross by Werner. Alonso with the diagonal, but there is no one, of course, of that height to compete against Diaz and Cancelo. There was only N'Golo Kante, unfortunately. Here comes Man City. Grealish has the ball. City looking dangerous now. Rodri has a space to try the shot, and a very wayward deflection. The deflection that could have almost dipped inside the net for Mendy. Chelsea, as they were breaking on the counter attack, of course, they left spaces behind, so they took the advantage of taking a shot here. City well on top right now. Jorginho clears the ball. It has all been City, man. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not pleased. Chelsea need a body in the midfield that, of course, they have three. One, they need a change in personnel so that actually they can have that link up between the strikers and themselves. Wow, what a tempting delivery. Out by Jorginho. Taken away by, of course, Gabriel Jesus. Wow, City fans now so vocal you cannot actually hear them. Stamford Bridge, Chelsea hierarchy supporters have gone low in their voices so far. Of course, not a great performance. Let's see what the manager does at the halftime. I'm concerned. Very much concerned. Rudiger again. Getting the first one on the ball. Of course, guys, if you have just joined in, we are watching Chelsea versus City. It's goalless so far. City are well on the top. I hate to say it, but City are actually causing troubles for Chelsea a lot. And as we talk, it's another corner for City. Defended well by Christensen, nevertheless. Grealish forcing him back inside his own box. Of course, City also have a ton of tough fixtures. PSG again. They have again against the Nacho, against the top six sides. Then they again play PSG, the reverse fixture. So it's a tough one for both the sides. Chelsea, of course, are coming through that phase. Chelsea again have Juventus, of course, in the midweek. So it's not ended. It's there. Kai Havertz, I think, would be itching to get on the field right now. Kovacic shielding the ball very well. But man, the end result is it's a very, very careless. Not careless is not the right, but City have just asserted their dominance. A 28 possession from Chelsea and one shot on target only, and that tells you volumes, right? Kovacic not getting, sorry, Alonso not getting involved in the game, and that hurts. Look, Lukaku has the ball. His touch was not great, and he loses the ball again. And usually Chelsea passing is right up there. They are right now at 80%, and that's worrying. Surely there has to be change at halftime, right? Can't carry on playing like this against City. Need to go into a different gear, man. Chelsea, of course, I'm sure, will be glad that halftime is near enough, but they would want that it should come even more faster. Here's Cancelo again. Thiago Silva clears it. Alonso boots it out. Then again, the story of the half, as I talked about it. Chelsea have two lone strikers up top. There is nothing of a connection in midfield. We are playing Kante versus Jorginho, and it worked against Spurs because that was a proper Spurs sitting totally back. And right now against City are pressing well forward. So there is not a lot of space and room for error. As we talked, De Bruyne just had a go at a goal. And with De Bruyne, it's always concerning, man. When he's, of course, trying to take a shot, that guy's shot is so overpowered. Come on. Michael Wallach and Hansi Flick watching right now the game from the stands. A lot of big name faces in Stamford Bridge today. Wow. Kante has the ball. Werner has the ball. A very unlucky deflection, but let's see what happens now. Passes it to Kante. For the first time, Chelsea has the ball in space and chance for, of course, Aspi to cross, but he chooses to pass it back. Chelsea for the first time in a while now. Wow, Grealish almost messed it up. Recovered well. Come on, guys. A slightest and the slightest of the touch, ref will blow it. After like a phase of 20 minutes, Chelsea looked like they were onto something and nothing happened, unfortunately. Ederson so far, the coolest and the calmest man on the field, I mean. Having to deal with nothing basically. Wow, Cancelo with a ball on the outside of his foot. Everyone on the Chelsea side went to sleep almost. De Bruyne had the ball. If he got a connection, maybe it wasn't the goal. Again, Kante cannot do anything greater than that. He loses the ball. Wow, Gabriel Jesus took a shot like he's playing FIFA. Shanked it. But nevertheless, a chance for City and another let-off for Chelsea. If you have just joined in, guys, 40 minutes on the clock. We are watching Man City versus Chelsea. It's goalless so far. City have been all over Chelsea. Doesn't look like they are playing away, of course, but they're taking all their chances. And Chelsea seem to be not doing it very well. And they badly need the halftime. That's all I can say. And I think it's a plus for Chelsea. On the negative side or a bit of positive side that, yeah, they're not conceding the goal. Again, Chelsea putting the ball up, no result at all. Chelsea just doing it. What is going on since the last 30 minutes? Passing the ball, losing it. Lukaku trying his best to shield the ball, and in the process, Laporte fouls him. Lukaku too strong for Laporte. It's concerning right now, but if they don't make a sub at halftime, it would be even more concerning. It's almost like predictable now after 3 or 4 chances, right? That if you're playing that diagonal ball and it doesn't work, wow, what a switch from Thiago Silva. What a classic ball. Aspi again, man. He had to cross. Come on, Aspi. Aspi, man. If you take a look and your striker number 9 is in the box, you have to cross the ball. He hesitated, and again, he had a lot of space. He hesitated. Trust in your number 9, bro. Already a lack of chances, of course, from the Chelsea side, but then again, they pull the ball back. Very concerning. Can't wait for halftime to come and, of course, talk some sense into the players from Thomas Tuchel. If this happens, it looks irritating. Lukaku plays the ball and it's straight to Diaz. Cut off from between the Werner legs. Wow. Right now, the target for Chelsea is not concede. Get into the half. And then again, talk some sense into the players. Maybe make some changes. Again, Werner knocked off the ball very easily. Chelsea now defending. Here's Jesus. Rodrigo blocks it again, and Rodrigo again bundles Jesus to ground. Something that has been going on since the whole noon. There was nothing in that foul. Werner was trying to draw from the head. Ruben Diaz, man. Werner has to be, of course, stronger there. And then again, that hasn't been the case so far for the first 44 minutes. 45 minutes on the clock now. Foden with the corner. It has really come to that, individual battle of defenses. And Rudiger has been up top there. And maybe one of the reasons that we haven't conceded, because City have done a lot and they're trying to force that from the right side. And Rudiger is marshalling that. See, Alonso not getting into that positions now. If Alonso goes forward, we are straight up a man shot behind and we are getting done. Just now I saw Kante at a place where he's not used to playing, and maybe that tactic, which it worked against Spurs, wonders, but didn't work now. Oh my god, man. I've just seen something that was horrible. How is that a foul, dude? Two minutes of stoppage time. I can't wait for halftime to come, man. I'm so mad. So mad. We are not used to playing like this. We had just one attempt. City have 6. Werner cross, a half a chance. Aspi has a chance to cross, doesn't have a space. Kovacic with a horrendous cross inside the box. Foden defends it well this time. City, see, Chelsea one chance, City defended it properly. Of course, we are defending it properly as well, but we have a lack of chances. So it's frustrating that way. Bernardo Silva again dropping very, very deep alongside Rodri to have a man extra to pass. Last chance of the half, probably 53 seconds. And nothing out of it. And it's half time. That was hurting. That really hurt. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, not the great performance. It's a plus that we haven't conceded so far. I'm not going to lie at all, but dude, that hurt. That was not brilliant football at all. We need to make changes. Come on, man. We are lucky to be level right now. Half time on the clock. Soon the game will resume after 15 minutes. I need to drink some water. I'm sure Chelsea players need to drink water and have some sense in them. It's worrying. It's worrying a lot. Man, fake Timo Werner, if you're still watching the stream, bro, what is this? We're not enjoying this game. Dude, it has been miserable. The performance so far in the half. And you know, I'm not even in the mood of looking at Twitter, because if I go on Twitter, it will be all people tearing Chelsea apart. There is one thing, right? Chelsea don't like to be dictated at home in the past few seasons now. So, of course, the last season, the big thing happened. Frank Lampard got sacked, and apparently this was his last home game against City, where we lost 3-0. So it was a very humiliating loss. But we won't stand this again. What can we do? I'm here. You're here. And this totally feels like, you know, a Mason Mount game, but he's that midfielder who is missing right now, and fortunately we cannot do it. The one who holds the ball, the one who actually will keep City players in the midfield busy. Like, Bernardo Silva won't be having all that freedom when Mason Mount is there, actually, right? To move around the park and do stuff like that. When we have players dropping into that center midfield spot, City basically has a lot of freedom. Nevertheless, we just wait for the half time. I wonder what Guardiola will say. Keep it up. I think from his side, without playing a striker as well. I remember in my pre-match preview when I said that a striker might be a different point, but we have two strikers right now, and not able to find them is the biggest problem right now. There is no connection in between the midfield and the strikers. The only ball that goes from our defense to forward, it seems like City will get it easily and knock it behind. If you have just joined in, guys, we are waiting for the next half. City, of course, as you can see on the screen, goalless, Chelsea goalless. But City have been all over Chelsea. And a change is very much appreciated. If Thomas Tuchel makes it, we really need a change. And I think one of our midfielder is going off. We're not changing the system for sure. One of the midfielder has to go off. People, it doesn't work like that. It's very concerning. Sitting in silence, thinking, what will the team do actually? It doesn't help. The anxiety from inside doesn't help, thinking that we were bullied for the first half for the most of the time. But there were some, of course, like we said, up performances. Rodiger was awesome again. But it is not about that. Play as a team. Really missing Mason or Havertz this time. Or maybe Hakeem Ziyech. There was a time when Pep Guardiola made a change in the Champions League final, and there is a time that we have made a change in the Premier League game this time. Of course, of tweaking personnel in the lineup. Like they misplaced, like and played Gundogan in the CDM position in the Champions League, thought of being attacking. And this time around, we took out an attacking midfielder and basically played the three proper center mids. By the way, guys, if you have just tuned in, we are watching Chelsea versus Man City. Almost, we are done with the first half. We are waiting now. Almost time is about to for the second half. And Chelsea have been totally being pushed back by Man City. Man City have been all over them in terms of attempts, in terms of possession. All those stats doesn't matter always. You get a goal, it matters, but it is goalless so far. But the performance is nothing to be proud of. Chelsea have been bullied in the first half and they have been dominated. And they don't like to be dominated at home at all. But it is whatever it is. We have to deal with it and hope for the better. Nice. And also, guys, if you're new around here, please like the stream. It helps the channel to grow. And do check out my latest videos. And if you're a fan of Fantasy Premier League, the link is in the description. Join it. Amazing bunch of people. Competitive always. And you'll enjoy it thoroughly. And if you're wondering about the score, we are just waiting for the halftime to start. It's goalless so far. Still 10 minutes to go or so in the second half start. I'm expecting a change to be made in the midfield straight up. Maybe one of the Kovacic or Jorginho, I think, won't go off. Kovacic or Kante, one of them has to be substituted then. Oh, don't sleep. We are playing like that. I should sleep, but yeah, don't sleep anyhow. Oh wow. I'm sorry, I just bumped my mic. Bumped my mic way harder. Nothing to be proud of this performance, man. Come on. Who do we actually have on the bench in terms of the attacking supply? A few names are missing. Of course, we brought on 3 defenders alongside. We have Ziyech, Havertz, Hudson-Odoi, Saul, Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek, of course, earned his place in the lineup. Some things that will worry you a lot. Something that will constantly worry Chelsea is the lack of connection between the midfield and the striker partners. I'm sitting here talking all the nonsense in this world, but I know everything that happens on the pitch is very different. I hope that we get a change, right? What do you want to say, bro? Can you talk in English, please? I'm sorry, I don't know what language you're talking about. Or if it is a reference for something, I'm unaware of it. By the way, welcome to the stream. We're watching Chelsea versus Man City, and it's goalless so far. Chelsea's only plus is that they haven't conceded, and they've done it very well. Will we see the winner in the second half? I don't know. Will we see a change in the second half? I don't know that either. Sad face right now. I can only make that. I'm talking all nonsense. I just want the half to start and get going. Drink more of some water, keep myself calm. Keep myself calm like Thomas Tuchel. Hopefully he was calm in the halftime and said that, guys, we need more energy. Because you haven't actually used your energy. You have been pushed back. Come on, lads, bring on the second half. I think Kovacic will go off. In my opinion, I think he'll go. If he replaces Werner, I think it will be the same situation because Lukaku will be left alone. That it's basically like we were playing at Anfield, but of course we have a man extra here, so we shouldn't be doing that. And it has been confirmed. No changes at the halftime. I think we are playing very conservative and a passive way of football. Thomas really wants to see the energy maybe sometime later in the second half now, and then maybe he'll force the changes. He doesn't believe that the game requires a change of that quality, or maybe a change in mindset, of course, or the role being offered to the player right now with the same formation and the same personnel. Maybe Kovacic will push much forward now. He'll play at the position where Mason played and not deeper like he was playing on the left hand side. There will surely be a change of role, right? They cannot play like this. Of course, sometimes you can come back and play on that position, play a role like that, but wow, not here. Every time. Yeah, if they continue to behave like that in the first half like they did, City will come knocking and eventually score. City from their side, maybe if they're not scoring, it's one of those games they bring on a sub and they score. That the guy has their day. And for Chelsea, let's see if Kovacic actually pushes up inside the midfield rather than just sitting deep. I think that has been delivered because I think this has to change. So, guys, we are back again. Second half, Man City versus Chelsea. 45 minutes on the clock again, and we go again to battle. A change of positions. Werner now playing on the right, Lukaku on the left. Let's see what happens. Again, Kante gives up the ball very cheaply. The same thing, man. You behave like this in the midfield, and it will be very, very concerning and alarming because you cannot tackle all the pressure always against Man City. They'll be relentless. They'll come on and push. Here's Chelsea again, setting back. Rodrigo with a nice touch. Actually, a very important one. I think a change is imminent. Max 5 or 7 minutes, man. It can't carry on like this. Tuchel is not a man that is afraid of making changes. He must have delivered something as a talk that we are doing something different in this case, but if it doesn't work, I'll take you off. Again, Jorginho this time gives away the ball, man. What is this cheap place of play, man? Wow. Aspi caught sleeping. Christensen defended it very well. That was a very, very bad play from Jorginho. One Kante, one Jorginho, already 2 turnovers, and we are only in the 47th minute. Oh, man. Dude. That looks concerning, right? Yeah. Jack Grealish with a very, very significant shot, but didn't look like it was going to call in. Personally, not the greatest of the house from Jack Grealish in the first half. Defending has been nice. What do you want to say it? But let's see. Actually, you will be wanting to push City back so that actually Jack Grealish is forced to come back and defend. Wow. Kovacic almost trying to nick the ball off guard from people. It's not happening, man. And it will not happen like this. Oh boy. Jesus has the ball again on the right hand side. Silva has the ball on his preferred foot now, trying to cross it inside, and blocked well by again Aspe. City easily knocking the ball around the park. They can take it back, they can take it forward, and it's all happening on their pace. Aspe nice. Werner has the ball this time. Timo Werner has space, but nothing to look at for. And he just loses the ball. Oh my god, come on. That looked like a city body, come on. I think the game we played against City in the Premier League, are we trying to do it like that? Wow. Grealish taking no prisoners like we mentioned in the first half. But that is a great thing, right? Grealish, of course, trying to assert his dominance. Aspi at the same time having none of it and making him aware that, yeah, I'll not have any of that nonsense, so try it on something else. If you have just joined in, guys, 50 minutes on the clock. We are watching Chelsea versus Man City. It's goalless. Second half, Chelsea hopefully have come up with some renewed interest, renewed energy, because in the first half they looked lackluster and they looked very average. City loses the ball this time. Very rare. Misplacing a pass again from the defense to Foden. Chelsea now have the ball. Let's see what they can make of it. Chelsea booting the ball up again with no result. Thiago Silva again the man to beat with. Unfortunately, Silva cannot prevent the corner. City have the ball. And City scores 1-0. City, Gabriel Jesus scores. And please, Thomas, make a change now. That was a very poor performance. Bloody hell, we have conceded. De Bruyne corner, City goal. Such an easy one, man. Basically, the goal that Rudiger scored like last time against Spurs. City have broken the deadlock. It looked like it was coming. City deserve the lead. They are playing the same way that they played their first half, and they have been phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie. This hurts right here. You cannot say it's not deserved at all. Such a crowded box. I don't know how they gave him a lot of space there to turn and shoot. Chelsea players look just about like, yeah, it was coming. Let's see if there was a deflection or no. I don't think there was a deflection. It was a proper goal. Let's see closely. Yeah. Jorginho is just standing there. If I'm not wrong, that's Jorginho. It's coming off the bodies. Maybe it takes a nick. Mendy cannot do anything about it. Chelsea have conceded for the first time on the open play this season in Premier League. For the first time. Only their second, I think, or third goal in the Premier League this season that they've conceded. Chelsea will have to come out. Yes, the commentator is absolutely right. If you have just joined, guys, City, they have just scored. Chelsea 0, City 1. Chelsea really look like they're in the mud right now. And here comes City again. If it is one more goal from City, it is done. It is done, literally done. And it will be humiliating for Chelsea. And nevertheless, a heartbreaking one, not to mention. I just feel City, I'm not denying it, City are one of the greatest teams right now, still in the Premier League. But Chelsea are playing the wrong man in the wrong position, and it is not playing against, putting well against City's man 11. Like against the Spurs, we played Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic. It worked wonders because Spurs set back, and they were not coming forward. Right now, there is no proper system. Our midfielders are not linking up with our strikers, and this time, the lack of that link up between midfielder strikers, we are just booting the ball up. Basically, we are doing a Spurs. If you want to have a proper answer, we are doing a proper Spurs here. I don't know when we'll make the change. Should have been at the half time, but let's see. That's alarming, though. That's very alarming. Because if we had a man like Mason Mount, of course, he's injured today. If he played like ZH or someone in the middle, we could have really had that guy playing the passes and someone collecting the ball rather than just three man who is more or less on the same line in the field, and then they're having to go forward. The shot looked like it was gonna get blocked, but nevertheless, man, that was a proper goal. City deserved it. So chance for Chelsea, corner for Chelsea. Maybe something good. Unfortunately, one change of ours was forced. So we are short on attacking options. We have two subs only left. I think one will be Havertz and one should be ZH some way down the line, because we have to take off someone in the midfield to have some impact on the game. Alonso's ball, such a poor corner. Chelsea collect the ball. Kante back to Mendy. City will take this every day. Chelsea having to play this system, they not having any troubles in dealing with it, because Chelsea will lose the ball and eventually get them back in the midfield. Wow. Kovacic, what a ball, and a chance wasted. Nice space opened up by Kovacic this time. Yeah, Havertz is coming on now. I thought that Havertz will play, but still, I think if there was Kante, Kovacic, Jorginho, and Havertz and Lukaku up top, still would have been the same consequence, in my opinion. Because we really have to do something different, right? Wow, almost 2-0 for Grealish. Almost. Dude, make a change now. Almost 2-0. Dude, that save was class. And if we keep playing like this, one of them will get in the corner for sure. And if the second one gets in, it would be humiliating, man. It's not a reality check. It will be humiliating. We got a reality check against Liverpool. This would be humiliating. Here comes Seri again. Alonso clears. Kante gets the ball of Grealish. Kante has nowhere to go. Jorginho moving the ball very well now. Maybe one last time before Havertz comes on. He's onside, he's onside, he's onside. Wow. Cleared well again by Ruben Dias. City defending very well here. One of the few chances that Chelsea have gotten so far, I'm sorry. Wow, almost a chance. Here comes City on the break again. It's 2v2, Chelsea versus City. De Bruyne passing it to Foden. He has it. Foden's offside. He's offside, he's offside. But nevertheless, what a save by Mendy. What a hand by Mendy that was. Wow. Chelsea now, for the first time I saw committing the bodies up top. Only two men left behind, and Thiago Silva and Christensen. That was offside, clearly offside. Blown very late by the ref. Kante is coming off for Havertz. It's very irritating, man. So I am assuming two changes right now. It would be like Kante coming off, and again Havertz coming on, then again Ziyech later in the half maybe for Werner. Kante not giving the full 90 minutes right now. Of course, coming on the back of an injury, or maybe something inside the back of manager's mind that, yeah, we don't need that defensive thing right now. I need actually some offensive players because we need to get back into the game. And right now, it will be something very different that you'll see. And I'm still thinking it's a fairly bit new system. Timo, Lukaku and Havertz playing together. But this time, I think Havertz will play as a number 10. Or maybe actually give themselves a body for City players to deal with. Now City players will not move very easily. Here's Havertz dropping deep. And proper number 10 position now. Let's see what Kovacic and Jorginho are able to do right now. Wow, Thiago Silva off the line, dude. Wow. Wow, Thiago Silva denying one Brazilian denying the other. Dude, it could have been 3 for City this time. 37 years young. Plenty of experience in the bucket. Again, I'm not liking that part at all, man. Cancelo being allowed a lot of time on the ball. This guy can pick up like a lot of passes very easily, like a number 10. They're just leaving him and taking him for granted. Here's Alonso got off guard. Wow, Rudiger, what a tackle again. No nonsense. Wow. Jesus is down. Not the first time he's being bundled over by Rudiger. Rudiger leaving him flattered once again. Dude, Rudiger puts the ball in the net and it's offside. Sorry, Lukaku. Wow, I'm sorry, man. I'm so messed up right now. I thought that was it, finally it. Lukaku had scored. Jesus, man. Not the Jesus that I'm wanting for, but it's off. Dude, the replay hurts even more. Sorry. Yeah, it was Havertz initially. He was offside, not even Lukaku. So it's well off. It's off by Martin. Yeah, correct by the commentator. City have conceded 2 goals like this so far against Chelsea. So I'm not going to be like flabbergasted if they go on and concede a goal like this again. But let's see. But a start of something new. Still 30 minutes left or so. Let's see what Chelsea can pull off. If you guys have just joined in, guys, we are watching Chelsea versus City. It's 63 minutes on the clock and City won, Chelsea nil. Chelsea are now looking to get it back into the game, of course, with some offensive threat. And right now they are pushing hard with substitution in the form of Kai Havertz. But City, of course, now playing with a proper CDM this time. Wow. Jesus has a lot of space to run. Silva, of course, using his big brain and then again knocking Jesus off the ball. Come on, lads. Come on, come on. Now you have the freedom in the midfield. Now you can pass it easily. Aspie, cross it in. You have the space. It's free kick Chelsea and Diaz is in the book. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Laporte. A chance for Alonso, maybe a side of the goal, a rare side for Chelsea. Alonso was the scorer in the Premier League last time around for Chelsea and against City, of course. And it was a very special goal in the stoppage time, and City were left shocked. Of course, Ederson will be on check here. I'm sorry. Match in jeopardy. Jeopardy, sorry. Ederson always aware, I think. Alonso said they are very much aware of it. I think he'll give him the far side. We'll try to force him to go on the inside. Because inside he'll be standing there, far side he'll leave it. Marcus Alonso, please, I beg you. Please, bro, do it. Oh, actually, he's giving him the near post. So, will Alonso be able to do it? Alonso, please. I beg you, bro. One chance is all it takes. And it hits the wall. The wall does its job. Poor free kick at the end. Not well executed. Hits De Bruyne. Chelsea corner, nevertheless. Man City corners 11, Chelsea 3. But all it takes is one chance. Although City's goal came, of course, from a half corner, you can say it. Alonso has it now. What a bad cross. Tuchel out. Why? Why Tuchel out, bro? We are not one of those clubs, man. Why would you say Tuchel out? No one in the right mind would say it. There has been nothing like that that would force anyone in the right mindset to say Tuchel out. Again, now City taking a lot of time on the ball. They sit comfortably, of course. Wow, Christensen's touch almost working against him, and City have the ball again. Grealish has a lot of space. Wow. A let off for Chelsea. De Bruyne has the ball. A deflection goes for a corner. Perfect idea by Grealish there, going with the outside foot. Almost had the pass delivered as well. Unfortunately, went just behind the striker, Gabriel Jesus. So far, the point is Chelsea's defenders are keeping them in the match. Otherwise, Chelsea have been outplayed. Kovacic has the ball. Again, Kovacic, what a break. The pass doesn't has too much of venom inside it. Otherwise, it could have been a proper through ball, dude. Again, Chelsea have to track back and defend. Okay, City's not countering now. City is now passing the ball around the park. I expected them to break heavily here. Poor clearance from Ederson. Wow, almost pinch perfect. I thought that was a poor ball, similar from Mendy in the first time, but what a ball, dude. Bounce straight in front of his center midfielder. Silva has the ball now. Kovacic running up. Again, defended well. Kovacic again, second time to Alonso. Alonso for Lukaku. Wow, Ederson very brave to get the ball over Lukaku. And he'll make the most of it, I think. I think City still have some legs on the bench. Like the legs, I mean the fast players that could actually hurt Chelsea tired defenders if they could choose to bring on Ferran Torres. Again, Gabriel Jesus is down. This is like the third or fourth time in this game. Ref told him just to get up and get on with it. Nah, that's very careless from Havertz. Expecting Alonso to outrun, of course, Kyle Walker. If you have just tuned in, guys, we are watching Chelsea versus Man City. It's Chelsea nil, City 1. City totally outright dominant in this whole game. But Chelsea, of course, now we are seeing the glimpse, of course, Chelsea game. And now they look to attack with Kovacic. Kovacic has a side on the goal. And he just shot just wide. What a block by Ruben Diaz. That's why he's the player of the season. Kovacic being applauded by Thomas Tuchel as well. One of the first significant shots on the Chelsea target. City's target, I'm sorry. I think it was goal bound. If not actually going in the goal, it was goal bound. Well blocked by Ruben Diaz. Let's see what Chelsea can make of the corner. Last corner was horrendous. The delivery was not perfect. Aspie doing well. Aspie wary of the Foden's threat. Again, the pass being played with too much power. Werner cannot get. He's making the runs though. The pass is there too much. The final delivery in the final third. But fair play, man, to City as well. 3 times they have played Chelsea in the past, and Werner have caught them off guard. This time, they have done their homework. Alonso being caught off guard. Bernardo Silva, what a tackle by Jorginho, and he has back it again, man. What is this? It's FIFA. He's getting the ball after the interception. Aspie forced to take a corner. Otherwise, Grealish was, of course, going inside the box. Wow. Chelsea players now furious. Wow, De Bruyne massively overplayed that. Yeah. And I think one more surprising thing, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is coming on. I think Thomas Tuchel is basically thinking that I have to go man for man to match his physicality here. I thought that he would bring Ziyech, but let's see. He'll take off Timo, Havertz, and Ruben and Lukaku it is then. Jeez, dude. I still think we have a goal in ourselves. We have to do very well though. Jesus, dude. Come on. Not the Gabriel Jesus. Kovacic again overplaying the ball. A let off for Chelsea, man. Come on. Turning the ball up. Without any threat, he just ran the ball. Defended well again. As soon as the ball goes out, I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek will come in. I think it's that kind of a day. where everything doesn't go wrong, but all it takes is one shot, maybe a deflection or something, maybe for a goal. Chelsea now again back in their own half. City now having the ball with Bernardo Silva sitting deep once again. There's no trouble for Man City right now. No pressure on the ball, just passing the ball. Chelsea change. Ruben Loftus-Cheek coming on. Another surprising change, but not surprising in terms of the performance. Wow. And Jorginho is going off. A bit of offensive play to our midfield now. Kovacic is being left inside of the park alone. Ruben, of course, a very offensive one player. Chelsea players look tired. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, come on, dude. Say first two touches, and again beats a man. Gets the free kick, Ruben here. Nicely done. Ruben has that physicality aspect as well. A strong lad. So Chelsea more vulnerable defensively now with Ruben coming in, but they have to take the chances. So again, Chelsea crossing it. A lot of bodies for City inside to defend it. City breaking now. Chelsea have to stop them. Alonso taking one for the team, and it's rightfully a yellow card. He had to take that, right? He had to break City players going forward. Maybe if Lukaku and Havertz, you swap the positions, that time the cross goes inside the goal. Sometimes it doesn't though. But it is what it is. This time it's Christensen in the book, holding of De Bruyne. Familiar foes, of course. Christensen was very young. De Bruyne, of course, was very young when he was here. Wow. I thought Chelsea just won the ball. They just gave it back again. Wow. Again, they have the ball back. Come on, man. Now Walker is down, feeling his foot. We got done today so far. 12 minutes left in the game. Let's see what we can do. Noel Gallagher in the stands. Wow. City almost made it a goal too. Wow. He's coming from an onside position as well. Ruben has the ball. Ruben trying his best. The ball going for outside. Guardiola is pumped, trying to bring on Mahrez now. Guardiola straight up wanting to put Alonso on the back foot when he wants to get going, basically, with Mahrez on the right side. Come on, man. It looks like you touch and Grealish is always flying. But so far, Grealish is on Aspie's nerves, whatever it is. De Bruyne is going off. Mahrez coming on. Wow. Guardiola almost slapped De Bruyne. Of course, a sign of encouragement, motivational one, rather than just patting on the back. Looked like he's pumped, just slapped him on his face. That's handball. Gotta be ref. Thank you, ref. Finally, Gabriel Jesus at the striker, central striker position. I'm sorry. Not a false nine or whatever. Aspie is forced to clear it. And Werner has been the top performance so far today. Believe it or not. And cleared off by Kyle Walker. Believe it or not, Werner has been superb for Chelsea. Jesus having to defend. They're doing it all. City now trying to recycle the ball and, of course, ease off the momentum from Chelsea side. Passing it all the way back to Ederson and it's 0 again. Wow, Guardiola's almost getting on the pitch and slapping his guys. Wow, Mendy again, big Mendy again saving. Wow, Loftus-Cheek. And Ederson has the ball again. Wow, that run from Ruben was very inspiring. And I think it will be a yellow for Rudiger as well. That's the whole backline booked. I think only Aspie is left. What a big save by Mendy again, man. What a big save. Wow. Not having the best of best days. Talk about it. City taking their proper time now. This time City doing the best, now trying to hold up the ball. Goal kick. Well played by Thiago Silva. Six minutes left for Chelsea to rescue it. Handball. Maybe looked like an unintentional. Man, no sign of fouls for Chelsea in this game. Maybe Alonso got down too easily, but dude, whatever. It seems like ref is also allowing those fouls now. One by Kovacic on Bernardo Silva. Of course, the handball will be checked, but I highly believe that it will not be worthwhile. City, yep, making two more changes, trying to run the clock as far as they can. And fresh legs, nevertheless. Booting it up the field will do for City. Sterling, a pair of fast legs. And Fernandinho, the expensive one. I reckon Fernandinho would sit with, of course, Rodri to make it difficult for Chelsea more, rather than just taking him off. One will be Foden and one will be Grealish, if I'm not wrong. Yep. So City are now shutting the shop. Last few minutes of the half. That will be a race. Aspi and Sterling. One has legs, one has none. Chance for Lukaku. Diaz boots it. Wow, what a ball. And Lukaku totally missed it. Dude. Alarm bells ringing, right? Alarm bells ringing. Earlier they were in distant. Now they are pretty much nearer. Do we have some late drama? I always believe that we have a goal in ourselves because, wow, Alonso, that was very much horrendous. That was a very much a shot, not a pass actually. City, Marshall well at the back. Wow. And he blows it in the favor of the City's keeper. Let's see what happens in the replay. More time being run out. Alarm bells, 4 minutes of stoppage time. I wonder if it will be more because the two players are already down in the normal time only. And guys, if you have just joined us, almost at the end of the game, Chelsea nil, City 1, and City are looking like they will be comfortably over the line. Unless something very, very, very contrasting happens in the last 4 minutes. What a win this will be for City, man. I think both of these players took a block. Ederson is not a guy you will mess around when it comes to like 1v1 going up against each other. He has taken a lot. 2 or 3 years back, a tackle from Mane almost on his face. Another head injury almost last year. That guy is so strong. Havertz, not so much, I think, in comparison to him, but yeah, let's see what happens. Already in the stoppage time, 1.5 minutes down. And almost remember, the players went down at 88 minute only. Bernardo Silva, City, very deep. Wow. City again booting the ball upfield very easily. This is it, what all it takes, man. Now they don't have to do much more. City, of course, now sitting in their own half. Wow, what a massive block for City. Nothing given by ref. Kovacic almost salvages a ball back. Chelsea need to go in front. Last minute on the clock, stoppage time. Um, Clock's running out. And to a safety by Ederson. Again, City breaking up. Ederson releasing the ball very quick. Silva blocks it. Free kick for Chelsea. And it's full time. And that's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. For everyone who came in, your support is always appreciated. Thank you for liking the stream and subscribing if you subscribe. It is always amazing. And it was a very horrendous performance from us. It's not lying. We have been outplayed. And kudos to City. What a performance. They have definitely staked a claim here. So with that, I'll end it here. And hopefully you guys are eager to watch the rest of the weekend for the Premier League. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.